We conclude our 20th anniversary season as the Sonoran Desert Chorale presents Requiem for the Fallen. In this concert, we pay tribute to those who have given the last full measure of devotion in service to their country.
The theme of this concert, Requiem for the Fallen, is especially appropriate for the area in Normandy, France, where the choir will begin our tour. It's music in memory of not only those lives lost 70 years ago on those D-Day beaches, but for all fallen heroes, really.
Touring with the chorales become defining moments for our marriage, actually. It's one of the things that we do that's unique and special, and there's just nothing that parallels traveling for 10 days and performing in some of the major venues throughout Europe.
We're performing in several locations in France, and where this music will speak to me, or speak to us, is that we'll be performing in places where this music was specifically written to be performed in those type of venues.
And singing in the cathedrals in Europe, and I know we're going to be in some fantastic cathedrals in France, is extraordinary. There's nothing like it. It's one thing to be a tourist, to enter one of these incredible historical magnificent places. It's another to create music in them. And it's the difference between going in and just looking at a place and how lovely, and actually experiencing it. So it's very special.
Every cathedral has its own personality, so every place you sing, it's a new experience for us.
When we tour, we like to pay tribute to our host country, either with music sung in the language of that country or music by composers of, beloved national composers from that country. And we'll do that again this year when we tour in France.
And we're going to be bringing a piece called Requiem by Faure, a French composer. And a requiem it's a mass for the dead. This is a beautiful piece of music, and of course we know it will be familiar to the French people.
For this particular concert, the one piece that really touches me the most is Duruflé's Ubi Caritas. It begins with a chant by men, and then after the men are done chanting, then it's sort of like a variation on the chant where I believe that there's as many as 6 parts are performing. Just an unbelievably uplifting piece that really takes you 2 feet off the ground.
One of my favorites is Lux Aeterna. It's eternal light, and it reminds me of a favorite verse that says, "The darkness does not overcome the light, but the light overcomes the darkness." And we're hoping on this tour to bring light as we come to France.
And I think they will enjoy the song, How Can I Keep From Singing? I think that as singers, we experience the message that's in that song as well, that music lifts us above the daily trials and sorrows.
And it's also very fun and a great experience when we take American music. It's great to be able to share not only our shared past in music and history in music, but also the new American music with our neighbors across the water. So it's fun.
Once again, we're taking the classic hymn, Come Thou Fount of Every Blessing. It's an incredible arrangement, and it just raises the roof. And of course, in these cathedrals, the roof is soaring above us, but it's such an exciting piece. And so I know that the audiences in these cathedrals will enjoy them. But I think of those who will come to our concerts in May, and the organ will be going full bore, and the whole concert's going to be extraordinary for those who will hear us, even here in our hometown.
As you plan your weekend for May 3rd and 4th, consider coming to hear the Sonoran Desert Chorale. Come and be a part of this wonderful concert. You will not regret being here.